All right, good morning, hello, and welcome to day 2 of the 2026 Clover Cup.
Hey, we're at Cactus Cup. Clover was last week.
Clover Cup, oh my goodness, see, you jinxed me. We were talking about
I
Clover
did.
Cup very early and quick. Welcome to Johnny Pepper.
Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties here on the
Taking
announcer
a
booth.
moment,
There we
taking
go.
a moment.
We're also
We
a
were
little
turned up
hot.
to, you know what? We were turned up for Saturday of Cactus Cup.
That's right.
Yes, Cactus Cup. Welcome. My name is Rolene,
I am Rainbow Spike.
and playing Game 7 here at Cactus Cup, we have playing in purple from SoCal Derby, the Kraken. Woo! 005 Cinco de Mayhem, 008 Ham Wheezy, 02 Trash Can Jones, 030 Shoddy, 07 Billie Jean, 1011 Rogue Rammer, 1031 Halloween, 267 Week Cabrona, 33 Vermilion Valker, 4 Maliboomer, 43 Jax, 520 E Veda, 707 Little Pitty Boo, 7 Slammer Y, and 77 Little Kitty Split.
Thank you, Rolene. Wearing white today from Cherry City Roller Derby, we've got 010 Dixie Normus, number 1 Mini Mart, number 111 Grim Carey, number 115 Ragnar Roxy, number 21 Poison Grace, number 25 Titan Young, number 29 Flossie, number 301 Noodly Soup, number 33 Lemony Stitches, number 411 CJ Crusher, number 488 Felony, number 5 Tiny Tank, number 515, Alley Cat, meow. Number 7, Shutter Speed. Number 73, Slade Marion. Number 808, Rosie Macabre. And number 978, Thistle.
I don't know if you could hear that on the chat, but definitely somebody has released the Kraken out on the court tonight. They were roaring and growing and doing all the things, showing us that it's early on Saturday, but the energy is here.
Yes, they were sinking ships and breaking dreams.
Special shout out to all of our officials on and off skates. We have Billow Fights, Nerdy Little Secret, Kit Ruff, Danger Muffin, McWinkle, Toxic Neurotic, Too Legit to Quit, Boba Threat, 9-inch Wheels, and Flip.
And to our skaters on and off skates, we've got Carmen Dragon, Code Adam, Lemon Stinger, Mr. Fox, Adam Smasher, Adam Splitter, Hate Bit, and Space Racer.
You know what's fun about Adam Splitter?
What's that?
Well, yesterday was Adam Splitter's 600th game on skates.
Holy smokes.
And so now we're over the 600th hill.
What
or
an honor. Thank you, Adam Splitter.
Sixth
Wowzers.
bucket if you are Johnny Pepper. Yeah.
In the sixth oh, wow.
Right, sixth bucket.
At least right now he's not in turn 2.5. Sorry, we're making the Johnny Pepper jokes good, bright and early. We miss our Papa Pepper.
Papa Pepper.
Interesting fact about Johnny Pepper, he became a grandfather for the first time a few years ago.
He did, Miss Harley Quinn. Howdy from Cactus Cup.
That whistle brings us right to the action on the Night Owl Jam Line. Ready to get started for this first game of Saturday.
Halloween jamming for SoCal up against Lemony Stitches. Lemony pushing the pack forward on the first straightaway, getting out with lead jammer status.
Halloween still pushing hard at the rear of the pack, just past that Night Owl Jam Line.
And we do have our first penalty of the game. Lookout Publications penalty box. SoCal Blocker sitting currently in the box as Lemony Stitches gains the first 4 points of the game.
Joined in the Lookout Publications penalty box is a Cherry City Jammer, or Blocker, sorry.
That's all right.
I can derby in the morning, I swear. I've had enough caffeine.
And so can they. 8 points awarded to Cherry City in the first jam. SoCal sitting with their voicemail on is what I like to say. When it's unanswered, you know, just send it to voicemail.
Send it to voicemail.
Going into Jam 2, first jam was just about a minute long, you know?
Just about a minute long.
Just testing the waters.
Picks up 2 passes, calls it good. Nice way to start a game out.
Maliboomer starting on the Night Owl Jam line up against Slade Marion. However, Maliboomer quickly takes lead jammer status. Slade Marion out on the first corner, gets recycled back past the first apex. Oh, and we do have a penalty going to 4-3 for SoCal.
That is Jax.
Jax headed to the Lookout Publications penalty box.
Remember, Lookout Publications is your Arizona's LGBTQ plus publication. Check them out at lookoutpublications.com.
Thank you, Lookout Publications, for looking out. 6 points scored by SoCal in the second jam. Score is now Cherry City 8, SoCal 6. If you are just joining us, Cherry City is playing in
White.
white, it says white, and SoCal in purple. Chat is up and early this morning. We got a few shout outs to SoCal. Let's go, SoCal. Nice jam, Boomer.
Uh-oh. Cherry City blocker taking a seat in that Lookout Publications penalty box. Jamming for SoCal, we've got Rogue Rammer up against Poison Grace. Poison Grace is the one that picked up lead jammer status. Uh-oh, we have got our first Brick Road Coffee Power Jam. Bright and early in the morning, Brick Road Coffee, best coffee in Phoenix.
Caffeinating these players in the 2026 Cactus Cup. Poison Grace on a scoring pass. Gets through the pack around corner 4, picks up 4 points for Cherry City. Trash Cans Jones keeping eyes on SoCal's jammer as Poison Grace slides through the pack one more time.
Another quick two-pass jam, calling it off. Puts Cherry City at 15 to SoCal 6.
7 points awarded in Jam 3.
That was awesome. Nope, 6 points awarded, they removed 1.
Just kidding. Oh,
Oh, it's back.
it's back to 7.
It's the point cha-cha.
We're
Let's
deciding.
Go do that.
Cha-cha slide.
There we go. Slide to the left. On the Night Owl Jam line, we've got 2 more jammers. That is Lil Kitty Split versus Lemony Stitches. Once again, Lemony Stitches out front, getting lead jammer.
Little Kitty Split in the middle of the pack now, almost getting a blocker hug right there. Gets out on the outside on initial pass as Lemony Stitches slides on through, calls the jam off with 4 points awarded to Cherry City.
The Rogue Grammar Fan Club says, "You go Mayflower Queens." Thank you to the chat for keeping it interesting. We love to see it.
And thank you also to all of our volunteers near and far, either close to the track or around. We are so appreciative of Arizona Roller Derby for making this tournament happen. Thank you so much.
I will tell you, I've been to a few tournaments. This is one of the best runs that I've been to. I really love the hospitality of Arizona Roller Derby.
Can agree on that. Cinco de Mayo up against Slade Marion. Slade Marion with lead jammer status. Pack digging in around corner 1 as we do have our first official star pass of the game. Now with that star, we have Valkyr. Vermilion Valkyr to you.
It's interesting. She's Vermilion Valkyr, but she's wearing purple.
Yeah, I'll take it, you know.
Yeah, it's all colorful. I am the Rainbow Spite after all.
2-9 on Cherry City. That's Flashy headed to the Lookout Publications penalty box. 1 minute and 13 seconds left in Jam 5.
Still getting I think it's this one. Nice
Valkyr
action.
getting out on the inside.
Nice action there in the corner. That was a sneaky Brick Road Coffee Power Jam. Blinking, you missed it. Here we are 30 seconds later. Slade Marion back on the track. This will run its full 2-minute tenure.
Losing that power jam for a quick road coffee trip, you know.
Hey, there's always time for Brick Road Coffee.
Valkyr showing up that point difference. 8 points so far awarded to SoCal. 30 seconds and some change left on this jam clock.
Vermilion Valkyr getting recycled to the back of the pack there in the apex of turn 3.
Jilly Bean working in that tripod to keep Slade Marion at bay. However, Slade Marion gets out and with 4 points so far for Cherry City in this jam.
Vermilion Valkyr sneaks around the back of the, attempts to sneak around the back of the Cherry City blockers as Slade Marion picks up 4 more points for Cherry City.
Shoring up the score of points awarded in this jam alone. 8 points to both teams. Score stays, just as you say it, 11 points. I was about to say, score's going to say exactly where it is difference-wise, but SoCal says not today.
3 more points on that board for SoCal that was awarded late in the jam, and we're at a 10-point differential.
Easy math.
Easy math. I like easy math. It makes me seem smart.
I appreciate the easy math. Going into Jam 6, Poison Grace back on the Night Owl Jam line up against Halloween. And Poison Grace plowing through, causing there to be a no-pack situation, and SoCal has to let Poison go, go, go. Poison now with the lead jammer status.
Halloween recycling to the back of the pack into turn 1. Someone's headed to the Lookout Publications penalty box. I believe that was a forearm call for that Cherry City blocker.
Shoddy sending Poison Grace off with a bit of a send-off there. Poison Grace so far scoring 4 points for Cherry City.
Halloween taking a seat in that Lookout Publications penalty box. It is a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam.
Power Jam. No pack is warned as Poison Grace gets through for an additional 4 points.
Watching Cherry City and Poison Grace push that pack to make that no-pack situation is really speaking to the leg strength of Poison Grace.
Alley Cat, meow meow, in the back of the pack, keeping eyes and body on SoCal's blockers there to provide some assistance for Poison Grace. Poison Grace scoring 8 points total in that jam, 35-17 in favor of Cherry City as we go into jam 39-17 as we go into jam 7.
I'm going to say we got to wait for those scoreboard updates just a few more seconds. Just because they're sneaking them in on us, and that's okay. Jamming for SoCal, we've got Halloween once more against Lemony Snitches. Halloween starting off in the penalty box. Leaves us with a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam off that Night Owl Jam line. Lemony Snitches around to the back of the pack for a scoring pass after being awarded lead jammer.
Halloween gets through on initial with star in hand. Shout out to Halloween's number, by the way. It's 1031.
Very clever.
Love it. Love a little subtle message in the numbers there.
That's right.
Speaking of subtle numbers, do you know what 8008 is?
Oh my goodness. I'm from the calculator era. I do know what that means. My derby number was 1337.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, goodness. I'm told that there is a coffee vendor in our lobby. Loose Chaos, AZRD alum, is selling coffee in the lobby. Go check it out.
Rogue Rammer getting that lead jammer status for SoCal up against Slade Marion. Slade Marion out of the pack on initial.
Slade Marion pushing through the 4th whistle, but not being awarded any points for the effort.
Chat is saying, let's go, Cinco. Let's go, SoCal. Nice work, Grace. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everyone's been caffeinated this morning. We're all on go, go, go.
Score is currently 43-19 in favor of Cherry City as we go into Jam 9. 19 minutes and 50 seconds on the jam clock for the first half of this game.
Little Kitty Split jamming for SoCal off that the Night Owl Jam line. We've got Rogue Roxy for Cherry City. My bad. And Rogue Roxy takes lead jammer status for Cherry City.
Rogue Roxy back into the pack before Little Kitty Split can make it out. Instead, we do have a second star pass to Vermilion Valkyrie. Valkyrie showing us how it's done with those star passes. 2 successful ones so far for SoCal.
And in the first one, was able to score plenty of points and put them on the board.
That's true.
Courtesy of a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam, but we're not going to split hairs on that one.
No power jam for you this time. 4 points awarded to Cherry City. By the way, special shout out to our producer, Mecca. Mecca over here crunching all the numbers as we go into a timeout.
This time out brought to you by RollerCon. If you love roller skating, you know the magic happens when Roller Derby Park and roller skaters of all disciplines get together. Join us at RollerCon 2026 at the Expo Center in Las Vegas.
Are you going, Rainbow Spite?
I am not, but you can enter to win a RollerCon MVP pass at the Cactus Cup online raffle.
Very nice.
Very nice.
$5 a ticket. No need to be present to win. Get your tickets in, because you can't win it if you're not in it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and we do have an official review.
Oh, official review.
Official review.
Thank you
Our
to our
lovely
super
Mecca
producer.
is flying down to the track to keep us informed and in on the secrets. We have secrets to tell, but we can't
Absolutely.
tell them until the game of telephone is finished.
Exactly. So now's a great time to tell you about Threads, Sweat, and Tears. More than just jerseys, more than just merch, built for community. This is Threads, Sweat, and Tears, where culture, performance, and community are stitched together.
So I have been told through the roller derby skate line that Threads, Sweats, and Tears is owned by the legendary Murda. Yeah, and that there are some really cool little sweat towels in some of our little goodie bags this year.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Murda, as you said, legendary, very, very prolific skater.
Absolutely, and so excited for that. Thank you so much to Threads, Sweats, and Tears for keeping us looking our best.
After we look our best, we can sweat our best with LMNT. LMNT, an electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. That's LMNT. They've got this watermelon salt flavor that I'm addicted to.
It is pretty tasty.
Also a great time to say, hey, check out our vendors. They are as yet minimally manned, but go check out our vendor alley, a little closer to halftime, a little closer to the second game. We've got a reader from Mesa Psychic Reader offering $25 for a palm or tarot reading. Get your cards pulled at Mesa Psychic Reader.
Oh, we got some real nice messages happening in the chat right now. The announcer sounds like the host of Power Through the Fourth Whistle. Ooh. I'm not sure which one of us sounds that way, but we'll just fantasize.
We're going to accept the compliment either way. Thank you so much.
We have Murda's #1 fan also in the chat, as well as, I love this, Rogue Grammar Fan Club. Tell me that's not a family member.
That is either a family member or a veteran skater that just loves
Rogue Grammar.
That's Rogue's derby wife, I bet you.
Oh, that's sweet. Get your cactus on, SoCal.
Although I do love a message from IZZICM. Oh my God, hi Sailor with the dancing dinosaur.
Oh, dancing dino.
It's awesome.
Perfect for Catterday.
Perfect for Catterday. This official review continues. It's a great time to talk about our event sponsor, 187 Killer Pads. 187 Killer Pads, often imitated, never duplicated. Stick with the best.
So glad they were able to fix the Killer Pad sign. Just showing you the heat is serious here in Phoenix. Last night, the 187 Killer Pad sign was starting to wilt.
To wilt, oh my goodness.
But it's back up and perky as ever.
Now's a good time to also remember, hey guys, let's hydrate. It's hot out there.
Please, please, I'm taking a moment right now.
Get your LMNT drink mix in your water. Chug it down. Keep it moist. Keep it happy.
Another fantastic event sponsor of the 2026 Cactus Cup is Rude Chicks. Rude Chicks, roller derby clothing for the whole family. All skate, no hate since 2008. Dang straight.
Dang straight.
I add that in my head, and now it's out on the mic.
That's okay. I heard you announcing from Meowth yesterday, and I could not help but hearing, to protect the world from devastation. That's how old of a geek I am, guys.
I love it.
I'm quoting Team Rocket. And that whirling whistle says it's back to the action. 5 seconds on that Night Owl jam line.
Murda's going to keep us, no, not Murda, Mecca. Mecca's going to keep us in on the secrets, so we'll get that to you in just a little bit. In the meantime, Jam 10 brings us Grim Carry up against Maliboomer.
Bridge work being done at the front of the pack, trying to keep Grim Carry back. Grim Carry in the first appearance on that Night Owl jam line wearing that star. Grim Carry working hard to split that pack up.
Slamurai working to make that bridge for SoCal as Grim Carry continues to push that pack forward almost to turn 4.
Maliboomer almost with the apex hop, but denied.
Both jammers putting in their application for lead jammers status in Jam 10. 1 minute and 10 seconds still left on the clock. Lookout Publications penalty box currently completely open as I say this announcement.
And the body's hitting the floor in turn 1, still pushing past the 1 minute mark with no lead jammer declared.
This is definitely a blockers jam.
This is unprecedented in this game as yet. Although I think we're setting the precedent. Oh, there we go.
There we
Someone
go.
headed to the Lookout Publications penalty box. That is the Cherry City pivot. And a lead jammer. We've got Maliboomer, SoCal's jammer Maliboomer taking lead jammer status.
Slammy, Shoddy, Evada, and Ham Wheezy out there for SoCal, really putting in the work. A few more whistles brings, a very full penalty box for Cherry City currently. Maliboomer with that lead and points on the board in Jam 10. 8 points so far with 9 seconds left to go.
Okay, quick word on what this long OR was about. So SoCal, sorry.
White jammer, a down skater. That's what they call it.
Okay, so SoCal was requesting hitting a down skater on the white jammer, but there's no penalty for walking while, wait, there was no penalty called.
Right. And then Purple got
And so
penalty for blocking wild down.
Purple received a penalty for blocking while down during that OR. So that was kind of a strange one, a little complicated, but
SoCal retained.
SoCal retained, but there was an additional penalty thrown in on top. So kind of a win, kind of a lose.
Meanwhile, SoCal now up to 30 points to Cherry City's 47 as we go into Jam 11. Halloween with your lead jammer status for SoCal up against Grim Carry for Cherry City.
I've been resisting the urge to sing "This is Halloween," and now I've lost it.
And this is a power jam in favor of SoCal as Brick Road Coffee is looking out for Grim Carry in the penalty box.
That Lookout Publications penalty box apparently was very welcoming after you mentioned it. Halloween goes down just before the pivot line. And just like that, power jam over. 1 SoCal blocker in that Lookout Publications penalty box.
Wink Cabrona at the top of the pack sending off Grim Carry. Grim Carry out on initial. Jam is called to an end. Looking for points, I do believe 7. 7 will be awarded to SoCal. 10-point different game now. 47 to 37 in favor of Cherry City.
We've got Cherry City's coach out on the floor.
Yes, Winka and SoCal's tripod looking tough.
Timeout being called by Cherry City. This timeout brought to you by 888 and the certified sweat saver from 888, delivering top-tier safety, unmatched fit, and pro-level protection for derby, vert, and everything in between. Developed, tested, and trusted by the best. Try one for yourself. That's a 888 certified sweat saver.
And while you're doing that gear fit check, check out Sisu. Engineered for elite athletes, Sisu's mouth guard offers unmatched protection and comfort with innovative features that keep you focused on your game. Get the best in mouth protection, Sisu.
Taking a look at our vendor alley, looks a little sparse. But I do want to tell you about event sponsor and vendor, Derby Girl Designs. Derby Girl Designs began the same way most great skate stories do, on skates. Lifelong derby player, a roller skater who has always believed that skating is more than a sport, it's community. Visit derbygirldesigns.com and save 15% with the coupon code Cactus Cup.
I love saving some cash.
Yes, indeed, especially when it's on a really cool derby-owned, derby designed by Derby Girl Designs.
Absolutely. Going into Jam 12 on the Night Owl Jam line, we have Rogue Grammer and Slade Marion. Rogue now with lead jammer status.
Slade Marion pushing hard on a 2-wall at the back, getting some offensive help by her blockers, and now out on the initial.
That's Shoddy out there keeping eyes on Slade Marion as Slade Marion re-enters the pack. Coming back from the Lookout Publications penalty box right at the end of that jam was Trash Can Jones. Bum, ba-dum, bum.
I love it. Official review being assessed by Cherry City.
Go Mecca, go! Go Mecca, go! Shout out to wonderful, fantastic power producer
That's right.
Mecca.
Mecca kicking some deliberate booty this morning.
She's putting some steps in
That's
those boots, goofing boots.
Those boots were made for running down to official reviews, apparently. I want to take a moment to talk about our Lookout Publications penalty box. Lookout delivers fearless journalism and community events with the unified purpose to improve and expand LGBTQ plus representation on the local news stage while strengthening and engaging LGBTQ plus communities and their allies in the queer experience. That's our penalty box sponsor, Lookout Publication.
And if you happen to have the privilege of being here live and on scene at the 2026 Cactus Cup, we do have, starting today, De La Luz Vintage in-house. That's
Ooh.
Earth Cowboy and De La Luz Vintage are offering live patchwork where you can pick a blank, pick a patch, and watch it get sewn live.
Wow.
I definitely heard that, I believe it might be the executive director of Arizona Roller Derby is bringing in a buttload of patches
That's so cool.
and a piece of clothing to get it all done today. I'm a little jealous of that.
That's brilliant. Also, while you're here live and in person, check out Green Irish Moon in our vendor alley, offering handcrafted 1mm leather toe guards and shoelace accessories.
Have you seen them?
I have not. I'm going to go scope them out at halftime.
Check out my bracelet.
That's adorable.
It's for those of you who cannot see it. It's a bunch of leather kitties, and one of them is ginger, and the rest of them are black, and they're all put together, and it's super cute.
If you can't tell, we're a bunch of cat ladies up here.
Catterdy.
So that is Green Irish Moon.
Also, for those of us here in person, a big shout out to those medics. Medics, thank you so much for being here on scene and alive and well to keep us all up on our skates.
And alive and well.
We appreciate.
We're getting some love from the medics. We love you, medics.
Aww. Hi, Scream. Hey, Sealer. Hey, Sailor. Let's go, Cinco. Polly, I miss your face. There's a lot of reunions happening right now in the chat.
I love that. I love our community and our derby community. We may not see each other in face-to-face all the time, but we meet each other in our own spaces, including the Twitch chat.
Including Twitch chat. We be twitching.
We're a twitchy bunch. Okay, let's see. Let's wait for Mecca to find out what happened in that official review on the Lookout the Night Owl Jam line. We've got Lil Key Split and Lemony Stitches. Lemony Stitches quickly grabbing lead jammer.
Not for long on that jam line at all. Little Kitty Split looking to make it out on initial. Lemony Stitches already 4 points racked up on the board for Cherry City.
All right, so Cherry City was looking for a back block on the purple jammer. There was no penalty called or no penalty assessed. Will not retain the review. Apparently, it was side contact.
You don't know unless you ask, and that's what they are for. But don't worry, they'll get another review in the second half. Cherry City getting a beautiful apex jump there by Lemony Stitches and 4 points awarded for it.
I think I got breeze off of all that air.
Whoosh. Love it. It's like being in the splash zone.
Kinda, only less soggy.
Less soggy and less cruel.
Yes, yes, that's true. We choose to do this to ourselves.
16 points 20 points so far awarded to Cherry City. Highest scoring jam so far in this game.
In this game. Power Jam. And we have got a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam.
Little Kitty Split, unable to make it through initial pass, is currently sitting in the penalty box as Lemony Stitches continues to just stitch up those points. 24 points so far, and as I say it, the announcer's curse or blessing, depending on how you say it, 28 points.
Wow. 28 points for Cherry City and Lemony Stitches on that jam. I wonder, did she find it tart and tasty?
I mean, helmet off to you, Lemony, and then quickly back on for safety.
Exactly, quickly back on for safety, yes.
28 points in that jam scored. Left unanswered, sent to voicemail for SoCal. Score is currently 75-39 in favor of Cherry City. 12 minutes and 20 seconds on the game clock.
On that Night Owl Jam line, we've got Maliboomer up for Poison Grace. Those are two good jammers that we've seen a couple times this go. Let's see how this rolls out this time. Poison Grace pushing hard at the head of the pack between turns 1 and 2. Maliboomer up against a brace tripod there in that same between turn, as Johnny Pepper would say, turn 1.5.
That's Shoddy and Evada working at the top of the pack. Being assessed there for a bridge, I believe that's 7, that's Slamurai. And Maliboomer slides in on the inside. Oh no!
Maliboomer's heading to that Lookout Publications penalty box, which gives us a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam. Brick Road.
That was a cut assessed to Maliboomer for that. Yeah, we all know that big old X.
Big old X.
Big old X. Poison Grace looking to, it will be a 2-minute jam, possibly, yes, because I do believe, oh no.
Nope, that
That's
was
what
the
I was
jammer.
wondering. It was so close. Maliboomer was so close to getting lead, but the penalty did happen before getting out of the pack. So Poison Grace now has all the power in this jam.
Poison Grace sliding through on the inside, taking a tumble and hopping back up. Track cut being assessed on Poison Grace. Uh-oh, we're going to have a little jammer do-si-do in that Lookout Publications penalty box, and going to have a reverse Brick Road Coffee Power Jam now in favor of Maliboomer. We will go the full 2 minutes, which is only 20 more seconds anyway.
It's a flip-flop power jam, give a dog a bone.
I like that. I'm going to put that into my lexicon.
Put it into your wallet for sure.
That is cool.
Less than 10 seconds left in jam 14.
Maliboomer looking a little tough there in the front against that brace wall there, and that's 2 minutes.
Alley Cat was part of that with that tripod. Mew, mew. Up against Dixie Normus. And I believe CJ Crusher was out there as well. 1 point awarded.
1 point awarded in that whole jam. And it was in favor of Cherry City.
Just checking the Lookout Publications penalty box currently. Looks as though Cherry City will be starting in the box, leaving Halloween on the Night Owl Jam line all alone. A spooky. Halloween looking to make it through on initial and take the job of lead jammer.
Getting pushed out in that turn 1 and the outside line, recycling to the back of the Cherry City jammers, or blockers. Wow.
Feline, meow, working for Cherry City in that group of blockers. However, Halloween spookily makes it out of the pack and gains lead jammer status. We do have a penalty going. Believe that might be Ham Wheezy, if I'm not mistaken, going to the penalty. Yep, Ham Wheezy going to the penalty box. Lookout penalty box for SoCal. SoCal currently down 2 blockers.
Lookout Publications penalty box getting to business this morning.
Poison Grace back and refreshed from the Lookout penalty box. Gets through and scores 4 points for Cherry City. Trash Can Jones, bum, ba-dum, ba, joins SoCal in the back of the pack.
Halloween through the pack, backwards and on 1 skate, and then picking up 4 points, calling off the jam. SoCal at 43, Cherry City at 80, 4-4 on that jam.
Chat says, all that for 1 point. Great power kills. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, and it's
It's
hard
true.
to handle.
It's hard to handle. I was going to say that all 80 wheels were back on the track, but they're not. The Lookout Publications penalty box is occupado. We got Rogue Rammer on that Night Owl Jam line up against Slate Marion.
Woo-hoo. And we do have
Rogue
yeah,
Rammer.
multiplayer going out just as Rogue Rammer gets lead jammer status. Going to the penalty box for Cherry City, Alley Cat. Meow. Slade Marion still looking to make it out on initial as Rogue Rammer gains 4 points for SoCal.
Rogue Rammer coming around to the rear of the pack once more, looking for more points to put on that board for SoCal.
Flossie and Titan Young in the back of the pack, holding Rogue Rammer at bay as Slade Marion pushes the pack around corner 4. Pack looking a little thin stretched out there,
Yep.
but they snap back together like elastic.
Just like you said it, so bam.
Lookout Publication penalty box now officially open as all players back on the track. Slade Marion gets through on initial with star in hand.
And there's the call off by SoCal. 8 points on that jam for SoCal. Brings the total to 51 to 80 in favor of Cherry City.
SoCal just caterpillarly inching closer to Cherry City.
I get a feeling we're going to see some interesting strategies after the half, which happens in just under 7 minutes. We'll see if SoCal can adjust their game to make up that point gap. I have fancy words in my head. and
You
little
know,
ones
we
came
get
out.
you. We're with you. We're
Yeah.
here. Ragnar Roxy up against Little Kitty Split. Ragnar now with the lead jammer status for Cherry City. Little Kitty Split looking to make it out on initial. Ooh, getting a little help from some friends.
That's right. That was a big help from some friends because oh, no. Little Kitty Split taking a seat in the penalty box, brought to you by Lookout Publications.
Looking to see
we've
that
got
is
a
3-3. Vilmarian Valky.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Valker helping out Little Kitty Split as best as Valker can.
And we've got a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam. Let's see if this
Power
is the
jam.
road to success for Ragnar Roxy.
You can't help your jammer out if your jammer's sitting in the chair.
There's no helping you for that.
No hoping. No helping, rather. Ragnar Roxy helping Cherry City with that score so far. 8 points on the board in Jam 17.
May I comment on the toe stop work? Ragnar Roxy on the toe stops.
Please do.
Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous.
Additional 4 points for Cherry City. 12 so far. 40 seconds left on the clock for Jam 17. That was just a rush, like a wave of players over. I do believe that was Rose Macabre out there just getting whoosh.
Whoosh.
Safely, though.
Yeah,
Everyone
safely.
just skated around.
Yeah. Through the pack and the call off for Ragnar Roxy brings the point total to, I believe that says
16.
6. Oh, we might have
We're
some late
looking.
points to add.
Converging,
Maybe so.
yes.
There it is. She had
Ooh.
20 points.
And touching the century mark. Thank you so much, Mecca.
Time
Mecca is
to
watching.
hydrate.
Yeah. One full bucket, as the Johnny Pepper would say.
As El Pepper would say.
And easy math tells me that we now have 49 points between these two teams. 4 minutes on the clock as we go into Jam 18.
Malaboomer, your lead jammer for SoCal. Cherry City fielded Grim Carry on that jam. Malaboomer wasting no time off that Night Owl jam line.
Shout out to the sick O that Alley Cat did in former jams. Nice jacks. Let's go Roxy and let's go 8 Wheels Assassin. Love from the chat to Cherry City. And SoCal loving those 4 additional points put on the board as we go into Jam 19.
Jam 19. With 3 minutes and roughly 3.5 minutes left in the half, we could see 2-3 more jams in this the way this race has gone.
I don't have that power. That's all up to them. That's all up to the players on the track, but we'll see what they do with it.
I just get to tell you what happens. Speaking of which, Halloween taking lead jammer status for SoCal. Cherry City's Lemony Stitches missing for one of the first times this game.
SoCal
Lemony
getting
Stitches headed to the Lookout Publications penalty box.
making this a power jam for SoCal. We've seen what they've done in previous power jams. Definitely can shore up the score here a bit.
Yep.
And SoCal is on a bit of a streak with the lead jammer status.
Uh-oh. Forearm call being assessed on a Cherry City blocker leaves Halloween one less person to have to get through. 4 points up for Halloween.
Dixie Normus headed to the Lookout Publication penalty box as Halloween gains 4 points for SoCal.
Just like that, the Lookout Publications penalty box has one fewer jammer in there and one more jammer on the track as Lemony Stitches rejoins the fray. 4 points going up for Halloween.
Halloween calling off that jam.
Yeah. I was predicting the future and trying not to let it come out of my mouth.
We were, but we could see it. It was happening, and she could feel it. Halloween could feel it.
She's got that sixth
that
sense.
breath.
Hey, I brushed my teeth.
Well, it wasn't from you.
Oh, okay.
It's from Cherry City. Bet you it smelled so sweet.
Maybe it was minty fresh.
Or it smelled like cherries.
Cherry, yeah, there you go.
Slade Marion and Rogue Grammar back on the Night Owl Jam line. However, Slade Marion breaking that streak of lead jammer status for SoCal. Cherry City now with the lead. Rogue Grammar out of the pack as Slade Marion enters on a scoring pass.
Slade Marion calling it from the floor to try to prevent SoCal from scoring any more points. Was it successful? Yes, it was. 2 points up for Cherry City on that jam.
1 minute left in the game clock for the first half of this game. That is game 7 of the 2026 Cactus Cup.
Yesterday was a whirlwind. I'm like, 7 games, wow.
6 games, yeah. This is 7 and counting.
And counting.
We still have 2 full days ahead of us of Derby, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Malaboomer jamming for SoCal on that Night Owl Jam line up against Poison Grace. Malaboomer taking lead jammer. Poison Grace still trying to get through the pack on the initial.
And we do have a successful start pass. I do believe this might be the first one for Cherry City.
First for Cherry City, and
now,
that is
Rosie McCobb.
Rosie McCobb with that 8008 number. The call off by Malaboomer. She doesn't see a trick coming. Wait, she did see the trick coming.
Don't know if you can hear the fantastic break of those wheels on the chat. However, here in-house, it just sounds so good.
Very chattery. That is
so
halftime. Take a look at our vendors if you're here in-house. Take a look at our vendors online. If you're not,
check out that raffle.
Check out that raffle. There's that RollerCon pass in there.
And a few more. So definitely be a part of it. Be a part of the scene.
We'll see you back here in about 12 minutes.
Take care.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, everybody. We've got you covered.
Hi folks, Tui Lion here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job, to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.
Hello, everyone.
The right helmet is super important to me because I'm a big fan of my brain and I want to protect it.
I'm gonna plug in the new deep cover helmet because it's amazing. That's the one helmet that I feel like I can adjust like perfectly and then I don't have to worry about it.
Your head, your noggin, it's your life. When I play, if I am thinking about the game and not thinking about what I'm wearing, I am on fire.
Our heads are so important, so I think it's really important to have a helmet that fits you. It just feels like nothing's on my head. I feel protected. It's definitely a great helmet. It feels like it was made for me.
This sits my head. I feel really safe in this. I can adjust it on the fly. It also comes in a lot of cool colors.
It feels very snug. I don't know, it's not like a tight helmet, it's like it really like a hug that just has so many fitting arrangements, like it changes everything.
It landed where it needed to land. It protected me at the back of my skull. I just never felt more safe than I did with the deep cover.
The smaller shell size means that my head is not 12 times bigger than it should be. It feels snug, it feels safe. When I tried it on, I was like, this is the greatest helmet of all time. I'm never taking it off.
I think 888 is doing an awesome job listening to the skaters.
They're listening to the athletes and they're listening to the things that make us feel safe.
Welcome back to the second half of the 7th game of Cactus Cup 2026.
So excited to have you here for the second half. If you're just joining us, my name's Rolene.
I am Rainbow Spite.
And we are bringing you Game 7, SoCal playing in purple up against Cherry City in white.
That's right. We had an exciting first half full of power jams and official reviews and the Lookout Publications penalty box being used, Brick Road Coffee House power jams.
And speaking of penalties, we're going to give you a little bit of a recap of what's happening there. So far, as far as penalties, SoCal is sitting at 18 and Cherry City at 23.
But that number is deceiving. We do have one person on the Cherry City side with 4 penalties, one person with 5. No, 6. I can count.
Flossie, you in danger, girl.
You in danger, girl.
You in danger. 6 penalties there.
Looking at jammer penalties, nothing too egregious. SoCal has a little higher rate of going to the penalty box while wearing the star than does Cherry City. But we did have a couple jammer switcheroonies in that Lookout Publications box.
Those flip-flop power jams.
Those flip-flop power jams are always the most exciting. Brick Road Coffee is our sponsor for our power jam. We do love us some Brick Road Coffee.
Special thank you to all of our sponsors. The Night Owl Jam Line, Lookout Publications Penalty Box, and Brick Road Coffee Power Jam are your big sponsors this year.
Big sponsors this year.
Big sponsors.
Yeah.
At 2026 Cactus Cup.
If, in case you did not know, we have about 1 minute left in the half. Taking a look at, oh goodness, no, not that one. Well, taking a look at the other stats that we kind of like to look at, we have noticed a few standout players, not naming names, a few standout players, maybe candidates for end of game MVP.
Yes, definitely. If you're in the chat, let us know what your thoughts are. We will consider your considerations.
Absolutely.
I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we are also considering the former games that they've played, and we're trying to share the love.
We are taking into account what they've done over the cumulative games of the weekend. This is a tough tournament weekend with as many games as you play, even if you're not having success win-lose wise.
Yeah, definitely. Amazing players out there all around.
That's right. Speaking of amazing, let's talk about our
amazing officials.
Amazing officials.
Thank you, amazing officials.
Thank you, amazing officials.
We officially adore you.
Absolutely. We couldn't be here without you. 5 seconds on the Night Owl jam line.
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Who's out there on the jam line? Well, it's Halloween and Lemony Stitches.
2 players we saw quite a bit of in the first half as well. Halloween picks up lead jammer there in turn 1. Lemony Stitches being held back. A difficult prospect at best.
Did you see that little hop and bump there by Rosie McCobb?
Oh, that was awesome. But speaking of Rosie McCobb, now she's got the star.
Yeah.
And Rosie McCobb is clear on the initial.
Giving that offense and assist.
Lovely love tap there by Dixie Normus on Halloween before the call off.
4 points awarded to SoCal. Rosie McCobb unable to put in the points on that star pass, but definitely putting on the pressure, getting Halloween to call it off.
So we've got a call out from Rambunctious Thang on the chat. Thistle, be like Vin Diesel. Salute emoji.
Is it like Thistle, be like Vin Diesel?
Maybe so.
Diesel.
Give it the gas.
Maliboomer on the Night Owl Jam line for SoCal up against Slade Marion for Cherry City. And we do have a multiplayer being assessed there to 43. That's Jax for SoCal.
Meanwhile, Cherry City's Slade Marion picking up lead jammer status. Maliboomer about a half a track behind. Quarter track.
Cherry City sliding into the pack and calling it off.
That was a nice
assessing those
block by
points.
Slamurai.
Yes, absolutely. 4 points awarded to Cherry City.
Hello Hitty number 1 says Slamurai number 7! Exclamation point in
I'm
the
assuming
chat.
that's for considerations.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
considerations.
We are taking that into consideration.
We will consider.
The Night Owl Jam Line. They've got pizza till midnight
Oh,
at
that
Night
sounds
Owl.
amazing.
And it's apparently quite good pizza. I'm not from the area, but I'm looking forward to it.
This is a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam. Rogue Rammer starting with lead jammer status very quickly in this jam. Jam 3 of the second half. Slade Marion in the Lookout Publications penalty box for Cherry City.
4 points go up for Slade Marion, giving her signals, telling them what to do, what to do. The pack speeds up.
That's Dixie Normus keeping body and eyes on Rogue Rammer at the top of the pack.
Slade Marion rejoins the fray, and just like that, the Lookout Publications penalty box is empty. We've got a direction of gameplay being assessed on
3-3.
Lemony Stitches.
Lemony Stitches to the Lookout penalty box. Fortunately, not with Star. However,
there goes
Slade
Star.
Marion back in the Brick Road Coffee Power Jam status. Rogue Rammer doing
hard work
and ramming through that pack to gain an additional 8 points. 4 points, 8 points total this jam alone.
Felony on the block, and Dixie Normus there in that wall.
Jack's getting a bit of a running start there to provide some assist.
Little apex hop there by Rogue Rammer. Not sure if that was quite successful.
It was stylish, though.
It was stylish, very fashionable. But the call off from the floor, didn't look like she landed it well.
Rogue Rammer ramming on the track. Thank you, Mama Razzie 619, and Dancing Dinos for all.
Nice. We love the dancing dinos. You can keep that up. That keeps us happy.
A little bit of a sassy snap too, and a power punching glove.
Nice.
Power start for SoCal. Brick Road Coffee power start for you. Cherry City, Slade Marion starting in the box, but that was a very short power start. Slade Marion fresh from the box and with lead jammer status for Cherry City.
Took a breather, reset the mind, got back into the action.
Absolutely. Hollyween now taking a trip to the Lookout Publications penalty box. Brick Road Coffee Power Jam, a flip-flop power jam right from the start. Slade Marion, 4 points already on the board for Cherry City. Strategically calls it off, you know what I mean.
That leaves Hollyween frozen on ice in the penalty box.
You've been Elsa'd.
You've been Elsa, let it snow.
Just let it go. 110-77 as we go into Jam 5. Cherry City in the lead.
Poison Grace jamming for Cherry City. Hollyween starting off in the box. Cherry City taking lead jammer right off the bat.
Poison Grace gracefully sliding through that pack to gain lead.
Was she poised for success?
So poised. Halloween out of the pack on initial. Poison Grace getting some assist there by Rosie McCobb at the top of the pack.
Again, powering through the first whistle. Halloween, that's a good habit to get into apparently. Very helpful.
Just scaring the other jammers into calling it off.
It's true.
3 points awarded.
Hollyween with the scary speed.
Right? This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 3 points awarded to Cherry City in the last jam as we go into Jam 6.
Ragnar Roxy jamming for Cherry City. Malaboomer out for SoCal, and it's Ragnar Roxy in turn 1 taking lead jammer status.
And Mally Boomer out quickly behind. At the top of the pack, we have Shoddy pivoting with, do you believe that's Slamurai?
Shoddy forcing the call off with that block, avoiding taking that last point. No points for SoCal on that pass.
Jax was pivoting actually for that one. They were tripoding at the top.
It was, yeah, I saw.
Terminology.
I saw all of Shoddy.
All.
All. The jersey was there. I could read it. Sometimes we don't have the luxury of reading. We have to like look at paperwork and stuff, and sometimes we do. And this time I did. It was not. I don't think it was. Jamming for SoCal, we've got Rogue Rammer up against Cherry City's Grim Carey. Grim Carey, a veteran jammer of apparently the East Coast, I'm being told.
We do have a cut penalty being assessed. That's 0-2, Trash Can Jones, bow, 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 to the Lookout Publications penalty box.
Grim Carey took lead jammer status and is coming around looking for points. Rogue Rammer says, I'm going to try too. I'm getting in there too. Rogue Rammer.
Me too.
Rogue Rammer says, powered through, but did not receive that any points in reward. 4 points went up for Cherry City on that jam.
No points for you.
No points for you. Denied. Lookout Publications penalty box holds 2 SoCal blockers, giving Cherry City that lovely pack advantage. 6 leads so far for Cherry City in this half. We're only in Jam 7, so that tells you the story. And there once again, Cherry City's Lemony Stitches picking up lead jammer. SoCal fielded Holly Ween. Holly Ween cycling well behind into turn 4. Little shirt whip there off of Ragnaroxy.
Ooh, slides through on the inside. Met at the top by Evada. However, Lemony Stitches out with 4 points for Cherry City.
Evada headed to the box for a track cut. Holly Ween taking a seat in the Lookout Publications penalty box, making this a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam.
Boom, power jam. 4 additional points awarded to Lemony Stitches.
Dangerous place to be with Lemony Stitches on the track and a pack advantage, a slight pack advantage.
Trash Can Jones working with Shoddy to keep Lemony Stitches at bay, but Lemony Stitches rips through the pack and gains 4 additional points.
She ripped it right at the seams.
Like a seam ripper.
Morgan Stanley says, yeah, Grim, in the chat.
Just like that, yeah, Grim.
Yeah. Love it. Slade Marion starting off unopposed on that Night Owl jam line. Holly Ween was frozen in that Lookout Publications penalty box. Inside line opens up and the sun shines down on Slade Marion. Slade Marion says, ooh, to lolly, and takes the path of least resistance.
Holly Ween in the pack looking for initial as Slade Marion slides through on the outside, is met right at the top by Trash Can Jones. But Trash Can Jones with that track awareness knows, do not touch, you're out of play.
No touchy.
No touchy.
No touchy.
Holly Ween out on initial. Slade Marion in the pack, calls it mid-pack.
Mid-pack. 2 additional points for Slade Marion, bringing the total to 7.
A special shout out to Lemon Stinger, the jam ref. Oh my God, that's Lemon Stinger, the jam ref. She used to be my coach in juniors.
Coming from Stabby 317. So Stabby remembers you, Lemon Stinger.
And we do have a timeout going to SoCal on the track.
This timeout brought to you by our Power Jam sponsor, Brick Road Coffee. Brick Road Coffee was built to be a welcoming space where everyone can show up exactly as they are and feel like they belong. From drag brunches and community meetups to chill working and comfy creative space, Brick Road is a home base for connections, kindness, and community. Serving great coffee, and I do mean great coffee, while building community brick by brick. That's Brick Road Coffee.
Here in house, we have Braven Bar, nutritious energy on the go. Braven Bar is delicious, taffy-like, nutritious, anytime, anywhere energy boost for when you are on the go. They dedicate themselves to giving you the energy and nutrition you need to succeed. They will never expect you to eat a science project that tastes like cardboard. For the defiant, for the brave, Braven Bar, never step back.
And if you're here in-house, go visit our in-house coffee vendor run by AZRD alumni Loose Chaos in the lobby.
Thank you, Loose Chaos, for keeping us caffeinated. chaotically caffeinated.
Chaotically caffeinated. Loosely chaotically caffeinated.
Loosely chaotically caffeinated.
On the Night Owl Jam line, we've got Malaboomer and Poison Grace. Whistles raining down. Who's headed to the penalty box? That is
Slamurai.
Headed to the
Lookout Publications penalty box.
Poison Grace gracefully picking up lead jammer status.
Malaboomer looking to make it out. Does so with star in hand on initial.
Two SoCal blockers in that Lookout Publication penalty box. Gives Cherry City once again the pack advantage, 2-4.
Xena Warrior in the chat says, get some points.
Get some awesomeness.
Get some coffee.
Stabby317 says, let's go CJ Crusher. Oh my goodness. So SoCal has been held scoreless for 7 points. Thank you to our expert statistician, Mecca. For keeping us up with the facts. Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts. Ragnaroxy up against Rogue Rammer. It's an R jam.
Are we going to roll our R's this whole jam?
Absolutely.
I love it. Let's do it.
Ragnaroxy is rolling through with lead jammer status. Rogue Rammer looking to make it out on initial. And if you can't hear that, we do have, I believe, the next team's warming up above.
Warming up above us, yes. 4 points up for Ragnaroxy. I can roll my R's. I just didn't do it. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I didn't commit to the bit.
There's still time.
Ragnaroxy for 4 big points. Is that 4 big points?
It is now. 4
big points.
And we do have an official star pass once again to Vermilion Valkyrie.
Vermilion Valkyrie, the only acceptor of the helmet cover in
I
this
will
game
take it for
Purple.
you.
I will take you.
I think Valkyr was tired of our R's, or maybe Valkyr. We can do it for you too.
Yes.
Points are being calculated, and it looks like 8 points awarded to Cherry City. Score check puts us at 149-77 in favor of Cherry City with 17 minutes left in the second half of Game 7.
Slamurai wearing the star for SoCal up against Cherry City's. Can't see the number on the arm. It's rolled off.
Why, that's Grim Carry.
That's Grim Carry. And Little Kitty Split, my bad.
Little Kitty Split.
Little Kitty Split with a 77 versus Slamurai's 7. She tricked me.
And Grim Carry out with lead jammer status for Cherry City.
Stabby317.
Oh no! But we do have a back block being assessed to Grim Carry, making this a power jam courtesy of Brick Road Coffee for SoCal.
Thank you to Lookout Publications for sponsoring our penalty box. We love to talk about Lookout Publications and their LGBTQ plus support.
Star Pass 2. Just kidding. It was a star pass, but not an officially successful one.
It was an attempted star pass.
Yes, attempted.
Remember, you got to be upright inbounds.
I do believe
forward.
that star is going to the Lookout Publications penalty box. Little Kitty Split with the star in hand, sitting out, making it a flip-flop power jam in favor now of Cherry City.
Little Do-si-do Brick Road Coffee Power Jam.
Do-si-do, how do you go?
Do-si-do, 1s and 2s. Grim Carry pushing hard at the head of the pack, trying to get through. Grim Carry very strong in the legs, been pushing very hard this game.
A little crabby moving there for the bridge.
Shoddy on the block, the last one to beat, but Grim Carry does pass up.
Cinco de Mayhem currently at the top of the tripod, working there with Evada.
And the bodies hit the floor. No pack is assessed.
A little bit of a blocker hug there on Grim Carry at the top of the pack. Evada working on top of the tripod jacks, trying to provide some assistance.
Alley Cat with the assist there for Grim Carry.
And the jam comes to an end. 4 points awarded to Cherry City.
SoCal being held scoreless for 9 jams thus far. Can we break the streak with, is that who I think it is? It's Halloween on that Night Owl jam line.
Boop, 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 doo 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 doo.
Halloween taking on Lemony Stitches. This is going to be a fast one.
Ooh.
As I say it.
Photo finish, however, it is a track cut. Track cut going to Lemony Stitches. Halloween breaks the curse and gains lead jammer status for SoCal.
Halloween dipping and diving at the first blocker.
Jukes and jives, gains 4 points just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that for SoCal.
All hail the Pumpkin Queen.
Halloween back into the pack. Directional assessed third to Trash Can Jones.
Bump, bump.
Bum, 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 bum. We're checking our stats now just to see where we're all sitting.
Looking at, ooh, we've got 2 in danger on Cherry City.
Meanwhile, Halloween racking up those points for SoCal. 12 points so far on the board for SoCal. Lemony Stitches back and fresh from that Lookout Publications penalty box visit.
Attempted leap there by Halloween, unsuccessful, therefore the call off, thus the seeding track and call off.
Absolutely. Track awareness is key. 12 very, very delicious points awarded there to SoCal.
Stabby317 with the fun facts in the chat. Lemony Stitches skated for JRDA Team USA in Open Division in 2023.
I love that. I love that so much.
Thank you for the facts, Stabby.
And lots of love going to that Pumpkin Queen. Nice ween. Let's go Halloween. Maliboomer keeping that streak going for SoCal. Lead jammer status. Slade Merriam also out on initial. Maliboomer slides out right at the top of the track.
Not to be topped, Slade Merriam did a very similar move right into turn 2. Maliboomer through the pack for 4 points up for SoCal.
4 points for you.
Slade Merriam reading some resistance there.
Ivada working there with Slamurai.
4 more points going up for SoCal's Maliboomer.
And that's Jax, too, keeping it real at the top of the pack. Really digging in.
Oh, wow. Speaking of digging in, Maliboomer getting low and getting tough.
So quiet with those wheels right now.
It is. There's no unnecessary motion happening.
Shoddy out there as well, helping keep Slade Merriam really, really stuck. However, we do have believe a multiplayer going to be assessed there to SoCal. We're going to find out who it is. That's Jax.
That's Jax, number 43.
$12 points, though, awarded so far to Maliboomer. 4 points to Slade Merriam. 25 seconds left in this jam. SoCal really trying to wring out the points as they have lead.
Maliboomer comes into the back of the pack, changes tack as she hits those first blockers. Maliboomer choosing to go hips first.
Hips first.
Does
working for, well, Slade Merriam also. Slade Merriam goes hips first and gains 4 points.
Ah, very clever, clever. We were waiting for the last SoCal blocker to get out of the box before calling off the jam. So now the Lookout Publications penalty box is currently uninhabited.
Uninhabited by SoCal, inhabited by 1 so far for Cherry City. Very, very sneaky strategy tidbit provided there by the legendary Mecca.
Yes.
You know how to play.
Yeah.
15 points scored up by Maliboomer in the last jam. Rogue Grammar up against Poison Grace. Woo! Photo finish out of the pack.
And however, it continues into the straightaway. Poison Grace has been awarded lead jammer, but Rogue Rammer is ramming the way through.
We are picking up speed on this one.
Little jammer v jammer there in the straightaway, knocked Rogue Rammer into the inside, giving Poison Grace some breathing room.
Rosie Macabre just bouncing through, providing that assist, knocking everyone out of the way.
It was very impressive work there.
It was impressive.
So we've got 4 points for SoCal, 3 points for Charity City on that jam.
Go ahead.
I do love it when we get to see some jammer foot races happening.
You
some
know,
jammer v jammer
it's
blocking.
fun.
It is. That's the fun stuff.
9 minutes left in this half. I'm going to turn off my mic for just a few seconds so I can do some pondering on our MVPs, because let's just say it, there are some fantastic plays happening here in the second half.
That is
we have to
right.
consider them. So I'm going to turn off. You keep telling us stuff.
All right. Well,
keep
let me
whispering.
tell you about Halloween jamming for SoCal. Ragnar Roxy jamming for Charity City. But Halloween taking lead jammer. That's 2 in a row for Holly. Halloween in the air, in the apex. Catching that, lands it good. 4 points going up for SoCal. Halloween once more into the pack. Catches some resistance, turns around, resets, and off we go. Halloween, 4 more points on the board. Halloween watching for signals from the bench, looking for strategy, looking for a path, and finds it. Halloween, 4 more points, waiting for the signal for call-off, and there's the call-off by Halloween, 12-point jam for SoCal. Unanswered, went to voicemail as I've now been directed. That's awesome for Cherry City.
Hi, we're unavailable to score points right now, so please leave a message and we'll get you in the next jam.
Halloween says,
beep, beep. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I feel welcomed.
I see Boomer on that Night Owl jam line, taking on Grim Carey for Cherry City, and Grim takes that lead jammer status right out from under Boomer.
It's showtime.
With showtime. Beautiful blocking work there by Rosie Macabre.
I can't help but think of all like the Jim Carrey quotes. And the one that just keeps coming into my head is the one from Liar Liar when he's in the elevator and he just goes, "It was me," after farting. That's the only one that keeps coming to my head. It was me.
It was me. Very nice. There are some other Jim Carrey lines we could go with, but that's a good one.
So if you don't like that one in the chat, let me know your favorite.
On that Night Owl jam line, we've got Rogue Rammer versus Lemony Stitches. Rogue Rammer in the rear of the pack, fighting hard to get past those last Cherry City blockers. Nice waterfall work by Cherry City blockers.
There were some whistles there, but trying to take a moment to assess lots of whistles.
That was a lot of whistles.
That was a lot of whistles.
I know Rogue Rammer got out and did the call off. But nobody scored any points there, so double donuts. Speaking of donuts, I want donuts now.
Donuts sound amazing,
Donuts
especially
and some
with
more
that Loose Chaos coffee here in house.
That's right. Or some Brick Road
Or
coffee
Brick
if you're
Road
out and about.
coffee if you're out in a boot.
Oot in a boot. Oh, man, that hits a little too close to home.
Aww.
Yeah, you betcha.
Slade Marion back on the Night Owl Jam line up against Halloween. And Halloween keeping the Halloween reign, gaining lead jammer status once again for SoCal. All hail that pumpkin queen.
Halloween pushing that tripod at the rear of the pack. Little pivot work being done, a little offense by the pivot there. That is Rosie Macabre. But Rosie Macabre headed to the penalty box for a forearm call.
Slade Marion out on initial, re-enters the pack looking for points. Oh, and we do have a Brick Road Coffee Power Jam in session. Slade Marion taking a trip to the Lookout Publications penalty box. Last time Halloween had a power jam, we saw some points get racked up by that Pumpkin Queen. Ween, 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 says the Pumpkin Queen fans. 8 points so far to SoCal.
Or just 4?
48 seconds and counting left in this jam. That's jam 19 on the clock.
And Halloween coming into the blocker line.
Slamurai waiting patiently for Slade Marion at the back of the pack, as well as Rosie McCobb. Halloween dips, but unsuccessfully gets through the pack.
So a little shout out to the statisticians in the chat, along with our statistician Mecca. SoCal's momentum in the last 5 minutes of game time has been crazy. They've scored up to 50% of their points in the last 5 minutes. It has been quite the thing to watch.
It has been amazing, and also the camaraderie out there. We just saw Rosie McCobb send Halloween out of the track flat out. Halloween called it, and Rosie helped up Halloween right at the end. So
that's some sportsmanship.
That is the sportsmanship we love about Derby.
Off the Night Owl jam line, we've got Malaboomer jamming for SoCal unopposed, as this is a Brick Road Coffee power start.
Malaboomer doing an attempted apex jump there, however unsuccessful. Goes back, tries again, looking to make it out on initial. Gets knocked on the inside, and that is Ivada providing some assistance there right on top of 5. That's Tiny Tink.
All right, 80 Wheels back on track as Slade Marion rejoins the fray. We've got a track cut being assessed.
Ivada now working with Jack at the back of the pack. However, Slade Marion slides through, gets out on initial. Lead jammer, though, is Malaboomer.
So that's CJ Crusher taking a seat in our Lookout Publications penalty box for a 30-second think about what they did.
What did they do?
Malaboomer slides through that pack, calls the jam untouched. 4 points for Malaboomer.
Can't touch this. Nice alley cat. Mew from the chat. Yes, Slade. Way to kill that power jam, Cherry. Well, I think yes.
Yes.
That's the fun about the delay in the chat a little bit, you know.
Yeah. A little. You get to see it as it happens live, and then you get to cheer them on after the fact and see what the folks on the Twitch saw.
We're talking about herstory at that point. Rogue Grammar and Poison Grace making some herstory on this track as we go into Jam 21. 2 minutes left on the game clock. Trash Can Jones at the top of the pack, sliding through on the outside with lead jammer status, Rogue Grammar.
Poison Grace gracefully finding her way through the pack.
And Trash Can Jones taking a trip to the penalty box. Let's do a quick check on those penalties, shall we?
Yes, let's.
You know, just a little. Yeah.
We've got a few players in danger of foul out.
And we do have a timeout on the track for SoCal. That last jam was a bit of a, just airing it out.
As we come to the last few minutes of the game, may I encourage you to visit Affirming Youth Therapy if you are here in-house.
You can.
Yes, let's talk about Affirming Youth Therapy. They are dedicated to providing compassionate, trauma-informed mental health care to diverse genders, sexualities, cultures, and neurotypes. The mission is to create a safe, inclusive, affirming space where every client feels understood, respected, empowered to heal and thrive. That's Affirming Youth Therapy here in-house at Cactus Cup 2026.
Thank you so much. Norm said no. That's what the chat says.
I love it. Yes, I get the reference. I know those words.
1 minute and 22 sitting right now in frozen time on the game clock. Everyone taking a breather. 2 points were awarded to SoCal in the last jam.
So we've got a much closer game than it looked at the half. 138 to 169, which, as we know, a good jam can change everything. Halloween jamming for SoCal takes lead jammer right off the bat. Little jammer foot race there for Lemony Stitches.
Speaking of knowing how to make a good jam change everything, Pumpkin Queen out with lead. Pumpkin Queen has the lead. However, Cherry City currently has the speed. Lemony Stitches about to enter the track with an apex jump, gaining 4 points for Cherry City.
All grins there for Lemony Stitches and some high fives there for Halloween.
Yes.
Game recognizes game.
Game has been recognizing game this entire time. In the previous game, in the previous jam, I did see a Cherry City blocker checking on a SoCal blocker. I believe Trash Cans Jones was going to the penalty box, and I can't remember which Cherry City blocker it was, but straight up checking, making sure, hands up.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My heart goes out to all of you. Thank you for keeping it clean.
I love seeing Derby. I love seeing good sportsmanship in Derby. I love a clean game. But, you know, we can only get 2 out of 3 this time. We do have a few people in danger of foul out.
We have some love in the chat for us. Rogue Runner fan Club, I think, is going to change their username to Announcer Fan Club.
We love
Standing
you too.
ovation to our announcers. Well done. And lots of love to Lemony. And somebody being nostalgic saying, I remember playing against Lemony in juniors. She's amazing.
Wowzers.
We are definitely seeing that amazement here on the track this morning.
I think we should change it from Amaze something else to Amaze Wheels.
Amaze Wheels. Amaze Balls, Amaze Wheels.
Yeah.
Amaze Skates.
Amaze Skates.
Amazing Skates. Speaking of amazing, Lemony Stitch is back on the track. Rogue Grammar as well. So it's a fan club versus fan club at this point.
Yes. And it's Lemony out front with the tiny twister there.
Teeny tiny twist.
It was like a pirouette.
It was a lemon twist.
It was a lemon twist. I love it. Another apex jump for Lemony Stitches. Huge air there for 4 points.
And an official star pass there to
Not a star pass, that was a star stash. She tricked you.
Star stash. The purple helmet got me.
It's true. But that thematic purple helmet at least keeps your eye on it.
Purple helmet, sneaky, sneaky. Lemony calling it off with 8 points awarded to Cherry City, and that right there brings us to our unofficial score. My goodness.
Wow, that was one game. 140 for SoCal to 181 for Cherry City. That was a lot of fun to watch and call.
It ain't official till we hear that whistle.
It ain't official till we hear the whistle. That's true. That's true. Get your last-minute suggestions for MVPs in the chat real quick. And we will see you back here in a couple minutes after that official score has been made official. And there it is.
Congratulations to Cherry City. Wonderful game to SoCal. Final scores brings us to 181 to 140 in favor of Cherry City. Stay tuned for those MVPs.